on this beautiful, gray, wet, rainy, cloudy day. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
No, we're live.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're live.
We're live, yes. Yes, we're live. All right, so a little bit of a podcast change up, but things look a little different. But first item, guest intro. We're joined by Gabby.
Gabby.
Hi.
Who goes by Gabby, but
Mary.
only by
I
people
only
calling
want
her.
Mary now.
It's Mary everything else. So Gabby is joining us. So tell us a little about yourself, Gabby.
Oh god. Okay. That wasn't in the notes. I don't know. I live in Norfolk next month. I don't even know.
All right, hold on. Let me give you some cue cards. How did you get started with ClubWaka Kickball?
I started last summer and I played on Are We Allowed to Cuss on this?
Yes.
Adios Motherfucker, with Mafalda and Ryan McNulty, who are awesome co-captains.
Ryan.
Go Ryan! Please tell me now that I'm missing stuff right now.
It's my fault.
Last summer, and then I played fall with Kick Integrity, and now I'm doing winter with Grogu's Revenge, which is really fun. I'm captaining that, so that's a fun time. I also played dodgeball, and I played softball as well.
Oh, yeah. Apparently you hated me during dodgeball? Is that true?
Strong facts.
Wow.
Strong facts.
Okay.
Everybody
So
hates Ryan.
that's actually true. Everyone knows.
You are.
Until they get to know him and they're like, oh, he's not such an asshole or whatever. He's just trying to do it.
I've never felt that.
Oh,
That is not an
wow.
asshole.
Unbelievable. All right. So next topic: podcast changes. Obviously, we've been doing podcasts for 2-ish years now, almost 2 years. So a few changes. One, we're not going to do it live anymore just because there's not a lot of value added. Yeah, some people watch it live, but more people looking at the numbers watch it after the fact. And if people are viewing something kind of on demand after the fact, shorter is better. So we're going to shrink the length. It's not going to be rambling 1.5, 2 hour session. That's going to be, we're going to shoot for 20 minutes or less.
Yeah, we did the rambling before all this.
Yeah.
Some of his videos I
No,
watched.
true. That's true. We were supposed to 2 hours ago. We were supposed to start this.
Yeah, we started
So-
at 11:30. So.
Yeah. Trying to think of any other podcast changes. Mailbag's going to change some. We're still going to have. We're going to take some viewer questions and stuff, but we're going to make it more of a special segment. So, at the very end there, you can see one final thing. So we're going to take one really awesome mailbag question or comment or something like that and address it every week. And it could be rules related. Hey, what's happening next with ClubWaka, whatever. So we'll see if that drives some more.
Yeah, we have 3-week rainouts in winter.
Yeah.
That is really God's fault. That's not our fault.
All right. So next topic: spring leagues. ClubWaka has 3 leagues running this spring: Monday Kickball, brand new Wednesday Kickball, and Sunday Softball is back again. Related to these new leagues, with Wednesday being new, we're kind of doing a league launch special. And that's going to be, if you sign up for Wednesday Kickball and any one of our other leagues, so you could do Wednesday Softball, or Wednesday Kickball, Sunday Softball, or both our kickball leagues, and you get a $10 credit to your ClubWaka account. It's like saving $5 on both leagues, which is kind of cool. And we're just doing that as kind of a promotional thing since we're starting a new league.
You need to change that. Let's keep calling play Monday night.
Oh, that's true.
And
Man, now I gotta
Wednesday
pick
night
graphics.
And I was just getting ready to say, aren't his graphics great?
I'm not
Do we have a
loving it.
frame here?
Life happens, kickball helps.
That's
better.
a nice frame.
I know, right? Yeah,
It
should
does.
be.
It really do be hitting sometimes.
So yes, we have these little ad banner things going down there that talks about our mailbag and our Facebook group and Papa John's sponsored pizza specials.
I do love pizza.
And if you want your mailbag question to make it to a podcast, make it a great question.
Yeah.
Or silly. Like I love answering.
It's
silly.
gotta be good.
There's a level of
Like
silliness.
we've
But, like,
had
not
some
too deep into
we've had
it.
some mailbag questions that have been people trying to like throw dirt on other people, which is that's not cool. That's just
I don't
messed
know,
up.
like make like funny
That's
questions.
what she
Like, isn't that Wednesday Leaguers and so pretty?
All right, so obviously
I said it before,
next
be
topic,
brave.
new
Just be
commissioner.
brave.
So we've got a new Wednesday league,
We do.
and It's not going to be Tanya.
It's not.
Tanya's actually going to be doing Sunday softball. Surprise. Apparently she likes running leagues on the weekends better.
Yes.
Which is gross because I'm trying to I cannot do that.
Sunday day drinking in the springtime? Hello.
I gotta
So-
work on Monday.
Surprise, maybe not a big surprise. Gabby.
Gabby.
Introducing Gabby as our Wednesday night commissioner for ClubWaka
Wednesday
Kickball.
night.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Feeling good. Feeling like very excited for my
Feeling
team.
good.
Feeling like I should, you know? Like I'm feeling very excited. I hope we get a lot of people signing up. Gonna be a lot different, different out of the week, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hump day night.
And some obviously Monday night, our sponsor bar is Bucketheads again, which is really close to the fields, which is awesome. And one of the similar things, there'll still be karaoke. There will still be $5 pitchers. However, instead of $5 burgers, or half off burgers, I guess it's actually, it's about $5.
Yeah, it's about $5.
Wing night at Bucketheads.
Yes, come get wings with me. I don't eat wings because I'm a pescatarian, but I will support. I will buy you wings. I will get you wings and be on your side about it. But
Okay.
I can't eat wings.
Do we have shrimp wings?
Yeah,
What?
like a little. Like, they have new things.
What the
Yeah,
hell are
like
you
use a
talking
cookie
about?
cutter and just put shrimp
They
in
also
it
have
and
the
fry.
vegan wings, which are really good. You know, they're good. There's good vegan places.
I mean, I do eat
I'm just gonna say
non-meat.
Bucketheads award-winning wings. All the trophies in the bar are not kickball trophies; they're chicken wing trophies.
I've had their wings before. From the War of the Wings before I was
Yeah.
pescatarian. Their wings are good.
No, they won that 2 years in a row. It was canceled this year, unfortunately.
God, War of the Wings was
Years in a row.
good. That's I wouldn't be a pescatarian if that's still
But they do have very good wings there, so I'm
Yeah.
a little hyped. and
I think it'll be
excited about
fun.
that.
I think we'll have karaoke and wings and just be a little bit sloppier than Mondays because we have stuff all over our faces, you know.
Oh, okay. Where are you going with that?
Lord, so dirty.
Look at just
Oh.
wing sauce everywhere.
Oh, and actually, damn.
Please kick me off.
Can we
Man.
pause and reset?
And yes, my co-host and guest this week were drinking heavily.
We've
before
not
this
been
aired.
sober for so long. I only had 5 Pringles today.
Yeah, I haven't had anything.
You had 2 Slim Jims.
I did have Slim
You had
Jims.
your Slim Jims.
All right, and apparently I jumped the gun because the legal lunch special was its own item.
Yeah, that really, you took
Whoops.
away my glory because I was going to be like, I'm awesome and fun and exciting and young and hip. So maybe I
Yes,
could
young
do
and
this.
So why should people join your Wednesday
Oh
league?
no. Don't ask me.
No, but we can't pause it.
You're asking me very on the front questions.
Yes.
We've been drinking so much. No, I mean Wednesdays are a blast, and you know, besides the fact that we have Bucketheads and Wing Wednesdays, it's also like, I think you know, Mondays don't work for a lot of people. That's just what it is. Like, I
That
mean,
is
Mondays
true.
specifically do not work for me because I work and everything. But you know, it's just adding another night where you have the option now, which is nice. So a lot of people who just like want to play really bad for Waka, who cannot play on Mondays, just not on their schedules, are absolutely welcome to come join. And you know, other leagues and other teams and stuff. You know, I don't think there's a lot of Waka leagues, like a lot of other Wednesday leagues playing right now. So with COVID, it's a lot harder. You know,
Right.
a lot of teams, a lot of leagues in general aren't playing. You know, so it's nice to have more options out there. So I think that'll definitely help us in the long run.
All right. So we have a keg contest running right now.
Can I interrupt that first?
Yes.
So
You're putting
before,
a keg contest on hold?
yeah, I'm putting the keg contest on hold because if we're reaching out to a lot of new people, especially for Wednesday nights, bringing Gabby on, there's a lot of things at Bayville Park that if you had to bring somebody with you during these times, there's a basketball area, there's a children's park, there's a dog park, there are actually indoor facilities to go to the bathroom, there's a tennis court, there are open fields. So if you have to bring somebody and you can't leave them at home, Bayville Park offers enough amenities for you to be able to do that.
Yeah, as
Sure,
moms,
yeah.
me and Tanya, as moms.
And moms, single dads, sometimes dads have kids on Wednesday nights.
Yeah,
So there's definitely, there is that there.
yeah. There's a lot to do, so they're not fucking
Yeah.
freaking sitting there
They're
and like losing their minds. Like,
They're just
I know
sitting
I have
there.
4-year-olds, so I know it's really difficult when you take them somewhere there's nothing for them to do. So I think it's very nice to have that as well.
Yeah.
Also the dog park, you just stare at dogs the whole time.
Yeah.
So I've dropped balls.
I mean, I'm gonna bring my dog.
I've dropped balls in the
nights
outfield looking at
and
dogs.
Sundays.
Someone brought an
So
Dalmatian
if
one
you're on
week.
my team, I need to not schedule us for the dog
Oh,
field.
I'm not on your team. Sirloin's Ryan McNulty.
I don't know, like 3 commissioners. Let's see who's better this first Wednesday night.
Are you not playing on his team?
I mean, maybe I won't.
No, shit.
This will be the battle of the commissioners. But Sirloins are going to win it, Ryan. We're going to win this. Oh, sorry, McNulty. There are 17 Ryans
Yeah.
per league.
You know, when I took over the league, I was the only Ryan.
Oh, God.
And now there's so many.
So,
Not cool.
are you
So
telling me that
nice.
Ryan McNulty, he might
McNulty?
win?
What did you say his last name? I just call him
So-
McNulty.
Anyway, we're getting ready to win a winter championship, maybe, and then you're gonna.
Is he your
take him.
captain?
He's my captain.
Lucky you.
Oh, captain, my captain. And then, so you're saying he's going to go into a brand new winter?
No, I'm diehard saying Grogu's is
Wednesday?
going to win winter,
Oh.
you know, but
Eh,
but I am saying Ryan McNulty is an incredible captain
I
and
mean,
one to be looked
this
out for.
Ryan is, you know, he's not doing so well in his winter score.
Oh.
First off, I am the co-captain, Tanya.
Wait, no. You're the captain. I'm the co-captain.
What?
Yeah, because you asked me. You're the captain for winter.
Tanya said.
I'm trying to say anything.
I can tell you, I was a little drunk when I was like, I should be a captain.
All right. So cake contest. Right now we're running a special. So our softball league has 5 teams already signed up.
Okay.
If we get to 8 teams opening week, there will be a free keg for the softball league on Sunday.
Nice.
For kickball, right now between Monday and Wednesday, there are 7 teams signed up. If we get to 10 by Monday, free keg for Monday and Wednesday.
Ayo, that'd be nice.
It would be nice.
So if you're going to be consumeristic and buy Valentine's, buy your Valentine a ClubWaka membership.
Yeah, start a new team. And get free beer on opening week.
You could have talked to me a long time before.
It's
So yeah, we're basically holiday weekend. It was just kind of like, because we didn't have an end of season party for last fall.
You what? What did you say?
We didn't have an end of season party for last fall with COVID restrictions and everything else.
Yeah.
So we had some kegs of beer coming to us. So great opportunity to do a promo.
To get
So-
drunk and play kickball and do our thing, you know?
All right, so week in review. Hey Tanya, how was last week of kickball?
It was incredible. So last winter, oh yeah, he'll put you on blast all the time. You gotta be used to it.
I like your calls. I think they're good calls. I'm not trying to play the
So
cold.
last winter was an amazing season. Like there was no rain, no cold weather. I think the lowest it ever got was maybe 50. This year it has absolutely sucked. The first rain out, I was kind of stressing out. I couldn't sleep. I was waking up. I was looking at everything, getting those DMs talking about, hey, I want to play. Hey, I don't want to play. Last week, it wasn't so stressful.
Speaking of those DMs, how many individual people messaged you regarding to are we playing, are we not playing, is there weather?
I mean,
it,
it's not a lot. I'm just going to go with maybe a handful.
Okay, that's not too bad.
It wasn't too bad. But coming off of my first commissioner season, having a perfect weather season to this season, it's stressful.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Well, aside from that, and Gabby will be able to understand as a single mother, it's hard. Sometimes you have your child, sometimes you don't. So, yeah, I want to play, but it's like, do I want to get sick? It's winter. Yeah, I signed up to play, but it's still,
yeah.
unlike last season, it's not 51, it's 41, it's 37.
It's very cold and very
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, so last week it was going to be right around 40, wind chill, below freezing because it was like 15, 16 mile per hour winds, and it was going to be raining too,
Yeah.
or wet.
It wasn't
at
going to be good.
least.
I don't disagree with any of your calls. I think you made nothing but good calls for the
It's-
past couple weeks, and I think that's very hard.
So
but
actually, tomorrow's looking a little bit better.
It was. I know on the way over here, are we under 50% now? On the way over here, it was like
So no
60%.
rain at 1, 30% rain starting at 2 o'clock. So that's looking
I think
much
especially in a
better.
COVID world, you know, you never know if it's a cough or it's COVID. So you
Yes.
play out in the cold and you get sick,
Yes.
and is it COVID or cough, and who's getting tested versus who's not getting tested?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you've got a lot more factors than
You got to
did
sit out
last
no
year.
matter what because you don't know.
Yeah, you've
Unless
got
you
so
get
many more
tested
factors
and,
than
yeah.
you had last year. Like last year, you'd be all right, play in the rain, dick around, have fun, whatever.
Yeah.
But now you really can't be fucking with that because someone could have gotten COVID and think it's cold because we played in the cold, and then
Well,
infected half the people.
and the other thing we have playing at Hampton Roads Soccer Complex that we don't have at other locations is we do have a little more flexibility with extending the season. So
Yeah.
we don't have to stop
Absolutely.
dead in our tracks. We had extra hours being daytime hours.
That's part of the reason we started early in January. Is unlike fall, where we're running into this situation where we can't get park rentals anymore, we've got almost another month before we have to worry about, hey, we need to end the season because we've got other leagues starting up.
Yeah.
But early bird ends tomorrow.
Yes.
Monday.
Or Monday. Yes, end of the day on Monday.
It's
Early
on
bird special.
Saturday, not a Sunday. My
That's
bad.
I have faith in you.
All right, so we can review. So one final thing. I have a special graphic for this.
Are we almost done?
You didn't tell us.
Yes, we're almost done. Watch. Get ready. Get ready.
What is it?
Oh, look at that.
Look at that fancy little one. I didn't make it. I just stole it. Brent gave it to me.
I think I keep looking at the camera like, I bet you're wondering how you got here.
All right, so one final thing. So this will be the segment where we answer some podcast questions, like the best question we get for the week, we'll answer it. Or maybe if there's a major, say, rule question that came up in the league, we'll address that. Or something that people just want to know about.
And this is ClubWaka, so this is all rules. This isn't just kickball rules. It's also softball rules.
Right.
So even if it's off season and something has been lingering since the past season and you haven't had it answered, submit your questions. This is your time.
So this week, big question, because I get asked this a lot, like, why should I play ClubWaka, especially on the south side, when there's like 5 other organizations that run kickball? Which that's a legitimate question. If you're a player who's spending your money, because we ask you to spend money to play in our leagues, like, why should I spend my money on ClubWaka instead of another organization? And that's, I mean, look, before I started running a league, I used to play all kinds of leagues, and you know, I'd like, oh, I like this thing about this league, I like this thing about this other league. So I've thought a lot about it, and I'll list off some of the things to answer that question for me personally.
Give us paper.
You want something to write down?
No.
I wrote it down because I probably would forget some stuff.
Or just the one.
And it's actually a little bit of a list. So, oh wow,
You said it.
man. You know, the same guy
Anyway, so
who
let's
pushed for
talk-
2 female
40%
commissioners, by the way.
women.
Hold on.
We get a say now. It's 2021.
All right, so number
Right, so we are over 40% right now.
It's been like 100 years
Right.
since we've been able to vote.
So-
Come on now.
for you, why do you play ClubWaka?
Don't do that. Because I like
What's one thing about ClubWaka for you that, like, man, I love this about ClubWaka?
more women. We have more women in the leagues.
That's true.
That's a fact. I do love women.
So for our kickball
Who
leagues,
doesn't?
we've been above 40% women for pretty much forever, and that is awesome.
Yeah.
I played in a lot of other leagues where I've been on a team with like 11 or 12 guys and literally 4 or 5 women.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the teams they view women as like, well, we got to meet the minimum requirement. I don't want them on the field. I don't want them kicking. They basically want a guys league, but they're having to meet a co-ed requirement, which is shitty.
So to follow that up though, aside from having more women, these women are actually dependable. They're they're showing up.
Yeah.
Amazing women.
They're not signing up and then not showing up because oh it's too cold or oh it's too hot or oh I've got something going on. They're showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is, I mean, some of our recent rule changes, like dropping from 11 on the field to 10, it increased the value of, even if a team wants to minimize the women on the field, all of a sudden, instead of 4 out of 11, it's now 4 out of 10. So a greater percentage of your field is now women. We also have roster requirements. Like, we don't have this, oh, if you've got for our kickball leagues, if your girl's out, just take an automatic out in the lineup. We don't do that for kickball. That's not a standard thing. If you're short on women, you forfeit, because it's a co-ed league. They should be an important part. It shouldn't be an afterthought. You shouldn't be rostering to minimize them. You should be encouraging them and welcoming on your team, which I think is important.
Yeah, girls can play sports too. Fun fact.
I was gonna say, have
that's
you ever
true.
played a position that
Snowballs.
is usually a boy position? So I know in fall season, we were at a point in our game that I was able to pitch on Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it was great.
I feel like every game is different, and you never really know. Cause it's like there are games when it's a really intense game, and you're playing where you're playing, and But we have games like I know even in other leagues, like we'll put a boy at second or put a boy somewhere at third, like because every game is so different. You play on the players and you play on the other teams, and that's important too. But there are times when you get to pitch. If you got a good captain who could read people you're playing against, which is very important to me, Ryan Healthy, which is very important to me. They'll kind of gauge and let you play where you want to play because it's like there are definitely positions where we want females there, but there are positions where like you want to play and you have a chance to, and you get to experiment more as you play around some more, which is also.
So what about you, Tanya? What's the number one thing you like about ClubWaka?
So having also played in a couple different leagues, I feel socially, the online presence and the local presence of being social is what drew me to ClubWaka. Other leagues promote the social, but at the end it's the same repetitive leaders of the organization and a few of their friends or just select groups. I have noticed with ClubWaka that it's either, this knit group that's been together for years or all these brand new players. Last season, we had, what's that painting? 'Cause I'm Bad, and they came
Sugar
out.
on the Rim?
Yes, they came out every single season. Brand new, almost everyone was new. Those who weren't new were still semi-new. But they were out, hanging out every single week, mingling inside the bar, talking to everybody. And that's where we are with COVID, with the world, with everything. For me, that's more important.
And I will say that is the number one reason why I always came back to ClubWaka. As far as playing, because I used to play in all the leagues. Like, it's the number one reason why I always continued to stick with ClubWaka. And they were always going to be on my schedule each week because I would come out and it would be social. Like, I would go to some other leagues, like, 12, 13 team leagues, and I would go out to the post-game social, and there'd be like 20 people there. Like, no joke. I would be one of 20 people, and like 12 of those are on a team sitting by themselves not socializing with anybody. I mean, that's just a horrible situation.
Yeah.
But like, on our league nights, we got 40-50% of the league that's there that night coming out.
And they interact.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
the important piece is everyone interacts.
So, I mean, for me, some other things,
Yeah, Ryan, what do you like about ClubWaka?
I like the hour game times. I'm not a fan of 45-minute game slots. I'm not a fan of let's get you in and out and call it a game as quickly as possible. I like letting the game evolve, like the strategy involved, getting a full game in, the pitcher kicker duels. Like, I love like the full game. Even bigger than that for me than the hour game slot compared to like a 45-minute game slot is the game times. And this is something I really enforce as much as possible because, again, it ties into social and it's important to me. 6:30, 7:30 game times. I am not a fan of 8, 9, 10 o'clock game starts.
Yeah,
Like,
as a single parent, I forgot about that.
As a business, like we could maximize profit. Like, oh, guess what? Late game times, more teams, more money. Sorry, Brent, I don't give a shit about that. Like, I care more about coming out, having a fun time, having a nice long game, and going out and socializing afterward, having my $5 pitcher beer buckethead afterwards.
Ryan said that, not me. Ryan said that. I'm still in there.
No, and that's important to me. And plus, like, normally I get up early for work too, so I don't want to play a 10 o'clock game and like, well, shit, I need to go home and go to bed now.
Right, you can do your game, you can do your social, and still be home in a reasonable time.
Yeah,
Albeit the governor says 10 p.m. right now.
that's true.
I will not argue that. Listen, that's a later conversation.
Another one, and this is more from a administrative standpoint, as a captain standpoint, price transparency. Like for ClubWaka, when we say right now, hey, early bird special, $54.95, that's the price. Like, we don't hit you up with a processing fee when you check out. We don't hit you up with an extra cost after the fact for a t-shirt. We don't hit you up with game day, your captain having to pay refs at the field in cash. Like, none of that. Like, the price we advertise is the only thing you and your team has to pay for the entire season. Done. That includes regular season, playoffs, end of season party, everything. Simple, easy, I don't like complicated. I do not like complicated.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Oh, what?
Fun, fun.
Yeah.
No. I like the money aspect because I like to know what I'm paying straight up.
Yeah, like
I can understand.
you don't want your captain hitting you up like, oh, I need $8 for the rest of the season for your part for the ref fees.
Right,
Like,
then you have to drive out of your way to go to a bank to get cash and break it
Yeah.
so
Well,
you
a
can
lot
go to
of-
the field.
People are good about Venmo, but anyways. It's
So, I
also
mean,
the captain.
those-
It's also the captain.
Those
Right,
are the big
let me
things
Venmo
for
you
me.
Thank
that.
God Venmo
But
exists.
then you, captain, you're responsible for going out of your
I would
way.
kill myself if I didn't have Venmo.
So those are the big things for me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I like the rules too. I guess the rules are simple.
Very different.
Well, I was going to say you brought up refs. I mean, I like the fact that we ref our own games. Sometimes it gets super
It gets
heated.
difficult sometimes.
But we're all friends, so it's nice to see that you get to take a break. And if you're not somebody who normally hangs out to see game 1 to game 2 or 3, but you decided to ref, you get to see how other teams play. So I think that's also a good feature.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I like it. Whatever.
Well, I mean, and Brent's brought this up in a reffing post before, like when you played kickball as a kid, like, you didn't have refs and everything else. It was kind of everybody policing themselves to do the right thing, and that's kind of like what player refs are.
Yeah.
I mean, really, like...
I do think that, like, you know, I'm glad that it's our players because, you know, it's more of the chance to reverse calls that are not well done. I think that people should be arguing calls if it's not a good fucking call. And that is what it is. Like, and I think it's a little bit easier to be doing that with people who are, you know, on the same wavelength as you versus, you know, refs who, you know certain refs and like, they're never going to reverse a call.
Mm-hmm.
And you can trust certain people to be like, oh, well, like, they're arguing the first base ref. It's fucking wrong. Like, let's go against it and work with it. Versus I feel like sometimes when you have just one ref, it gets a little difficult and messy because they're not seeing everything they need to see.
Well, and that's the thing. There are no professional paid kickball refs. I mean, that said, I have gotten paid to ref before for kickball. But
You got
but there's not like an
but
official. It's not like NFL referees
I
or
was
Major
going
League
to say the
Baseball
Super Bowl,
referees.
obviously, looking at my Facebook feed,
Yeah.
has proved that even if you're paid to ref,
Yeah.
obviously you still suck. So you suck to get paid, you suck to don't get paid.
The
Let's
reality
just
is,
have fun.
the experts on kickball and rules are going to be the people who play the game.
Yeah, just gotta make sure you're like, you know,
They're going to be
everyone
the
who
people
passed
who
the
really read
test
the
is-
rules.
Yeah.
read the rules, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do,
I
and
mean,
trusting.
why are you looking at me?
Well, just trusting your first and third base. I feel like the problem becomes
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, just trusting your first and third base refs, and it's like they were right there.
Yeah.
Versus like you're there and
And
they're
look,
right there.
bad calls are going to happen. The reality is,
Sure.
very rarely do they affect the one call at first base in a game is not going to affect the game typically. Ball or strike definitely never affects the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was 1 more inch outside. It was a ball and not a strike. Like that was your last pitch and you got called out. You could have taken.
I
another
have said
one.
it before in other podcasts, and I will say it again. You should never leave it in the hands of a ref on whether you win or lose a game.
It's true. Yeah.
Don't leave it up to your friends.
So.
There are sometimes where some fucking garbage calls and it really doesn't.
Oh.
I mean,
That's other leagues. That's not like this certain thing I'm talking about. But I've had experiences where I'm like, wait a minute. That
No, I've been in some leagues
Some people
where
do call some
there's
bad
been
fucking
one
calls.
I mean, they do.
paid
And
ref
it does
behind the
help.
plate who's making a call at first base and he's off by 5 feet all the time. And that
There are
sucks.
definitely, I mean, in every league you go in, though, it's situations where people are calling bad fucking calls. And it's unfair, and it can affect the game, because cause it's not even a matter of the bad call affect the game, it's a matter of you're in your head, the ref's against you, and you can't move forward.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, and it just, that happens. Like, people will be all in excited and having a good time, and the attitude, and also it's a big thing of the attitude to the ref, which I think should be monitored.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's very important. Like, if the ref is like, fuck you, I said what I said, you're like,
Yeah.
oh. But if the ref is like, let's talk, I don't agree with you, but
Pro
let's
tip
talk.
for the week: if you got a kickball team and you're a captain and you see a call that you think it was way off at first base or you're not agreeing with the strike zone, pro tip: go and talk to the head ref. Not yelling, just say, "Hey, I think," or "This is what I saw."
But also,
The captain
yeah.
have a polite conversation, and I guarantee you that will work in your favor way more than yelling at a ref.
But I will say, also pro tip, if you are a head ref, keep your shit calm.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that is a huge factor in things, and sometimes it's like we're not trying to attack you if you're a ref or a first base or third base or head ref. Like, we see something that you didn't see or you saw something that we didn't see, so we just want to talk about it. So on the captain side and on the ref side, everything needs to be level. Everything needs to be a conversation, and never needs to be an argument. It needs to be like, hey, you didn't see this person did this, and it's a bad call, and the ref needs to be calm, and the captain needs to be calm. Like, there needs to be a team effort to be working together.
Calm, rational discussion.
It can't always be if the captain is calm and the ref is screaming.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a thing. The same thing reverse. If the ref is calm and the captain is screaming, like, there's no working the process, and that makes a lesser chance of reversing the call. Like, you need to work with it and be a system. We're a system. We're all teammates. We all play together. We're all in ClubWaka. We're all in whatever league we are in that week.
Right.
And it needs to be a system. It needs to be a conversation. It doesn't have to be like, because at the end of the day, if someone's something you didn't see and you can talk about it, you can probably get what you need out of the conversation versus not. So.
All right. Well, that's all of our topics for this week. I'm not promising we're doing this weekly, but
I mean,
we'll
so,
save it this week.
you know, even though we talked about refs, do you want to end with, hey, join our head ref program?
Oh yeah, we have a head ref program. Join it.
Please, yeah.
And if you're a little light on the rules knowledge, I will happily teach you and train you.
Yeah.
All day.
Be comfortable with it, but we're happy to have very knowledgeable, hardworking refs who want the right outcome no matter who the team is. So.
Well, thank you everybody for watching this week. We're gonna sign off. There's gonna be some little outro music here. Hopefully it will be right, not screwed up. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see.